everyone, and welcome. I am Eric. This is the North Country Outdoor Channel, and today I just want to share with you guys a little bit of some of the struggles that I've been going through. Maybe you can learn from some of my mistakes. If you don't know me, my channel has kind of been about small business. From 2008 until COVID hit here in the past year, 2020, I was a small business owner, and essentially I was forced to shut down my business. From the governor shut us down essentially, and I couldn't recover from the mandatory shutdown. So I've been learning a lot of things along the way, shutting down a business and filing bankruptcy, and I just kind of need to curve my channel in a little bit of a different direction, since obviously I don't have a small business anymore. But now the next few videos I can share with you guys some of the struggles and just the realities of shutting down a business and starting over when it's all you've known for the past 12 years. So today, what my first issue that I ran into is I need to take you guys back to 2008. I was working for General Motors at a dealership, and 2008 hit and the recession hit, and I lost my job. Now, I've had a chronic hip condition since I was 7 years old. I'm actually going to be getting my hip replaced later on this spring, summer, somewhere around there. And so when I lost my job, I thought, I'm just going to try to get disability, because it's a serious issue. It really is. It's called leg calf Perthes disease. Just real quick, it's deterioration of the ball and socket in the hip joint. So essentially what happened is my ball deteriorated away, the cartilage in there deteriorated away, and now what I have is I just have bone on bone in there all the time, smacking around. So it sucks, but I've been dealing with it my whole life. Anyway, 2008, I try for disability, I get denied, I get discouraged. Everybody says, "Oh, just keep trying, you'll eventually get it." Well, I didn't have that kind of time. So what I decided to do is essentially I decided to say, screw the government, screw all that. I'm going to find my own way here. And that's when North Country was born. I did carry a part-time job for the first 3-4 years. I've talked about that in past videos. It's very hard to start up a business and get a paycheck right away. So I decided that it would be best to keep a part-time job while I was starting my business. So I'm sure you've seen in the title of this video, ex-small business owner can't get disability, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on here. So COVID hits. I can't do it anymore. I shut down my company, and I decide, you know what? It's 12 years later. My condition has gotten worse. Now I have a neck injury from an accident that I was in. I got, a bunch of carpal tunnel stuff going on. Somebody's always got it worse than me. I'm just telling you my story. So keyboard commanders can just calm down. I know that you probably have it worse than me. This is just me telling you my story. So shut up. So I apply for disability, and I get denied. Of course, you're going to get denied the first time around. I don't know anybody that's gotten it the first time around. Well, so I dig into it a little bit, and it turns out that this is so unfortunate, guys, and it's upsetting, because I gave my whole life, body, mind, spirit, soul, just about lost my family a couple times. I just gave everything I had to this company for 12 years. And the unemployment office actually called me and said, you don't qualify for, or unemployment, disability office called me and said, you don't qualify for disability. I said, well, what are you talking about? I was a corporation. I freaking paid into this shit for years, Well, here's where it gets tricky, and I want you new small business owners to listen to me very carefully. I don't know if you guys get or have heard about. I've hear my parents talking about it all the time. Oh, we got our Social Security statement in the mail. This is how much money we would get if we were to become disabled. This is how much money we would get if we were to retire early, blah, blah, blah. Well, for the past several years, I'm like, man, I don't get that statement. Like, I don't understand why am I not getting that statement? And so I just kind of, whatever, I guess I'm just not getting that statement. So fast forward, and it turns out that you need to have 20 credits in the past 10 years of work. Okay. And I'm like, well, why don't I have credits? Well, 2014, 15, 16, 17, and 18 read a big fat 0 on my Social Security statement. And that is because my accountant, I'm going to blame my accountant for this. I guess some of it could be ignorance of my own, but when you're starting up a business and you're going through this, guys, you know as well as I do, there's just so much information that just floods you and you can't take it all in and you don't understand it. And then one day you start to understand it. But here's the issue. As soon as you can, get yourself on payroll. For those years, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, I wasn't on payroll. I didn't have myself on payroll. I just took distributions. That's how I paid myself. And nobody told me anything different. I was none the wiser to what I was doing. And it's really unfortunate because I did not have enough credits to qualify for disability. Now, how do credits work? It's super easy, and it just irritates me so much because when you tip over that $100,000 mark in your small business, some of them might be, depending on what you're doing, 75 grand, somewhere in there. Obviously, it depends on your overhead. You need to get yourself on payroll because when you're on payroll, then they withhold Social Security out of your check, and that's what earns you the credits. So, for example, in 2021, I got some notes here, you get 1 credit for each $1,470 that you earn, okay? With a maximum of 4 credits for the year of 2021, and you can get the max amount of credits if you earn $5,880. Guys, as a small business owner, $5,880 to earn the max amount of credits to get myself disability? That's insane. Why was I not on payroll for at least enough to get disability? And I'm not even talking about disability here. I'm talking about retirement. I'm talking about Social Security. Yes, I'm only 33, 34. I don't even know how old I am. I'm in my 30s. And obviously, I'm not ready to retire yet. But say I really was disabled. Say I got in a car accident and I couldn't sue and I couldn't come up with any income and I really was disabled. Well, now I'm pretty much screwed because I can't draw disability, and now when I turn 65 or 62, whenever you decide you want to draw, the credits aren't going to be there then either, so I won't even be able to draw Social Security. So realistically, the only way that I'm ever going to be able to get Social Security, if it's even there in 30 years when I'm ready for it, is I have to go back to work. I have to go get a job. I have to be on payroll. I suppose I could start another small business and I could put myself on payroll pretty much immediately. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is there's so many things when it comes to small business. And I've said this so many times and it's like beating a dead horse. But I was in business for 12 years, guys. And this just came to light to me after I shut down my business. I never thought about it. Nobody ever told me anything about it. And really, it's the accountant. The accountant should be telling you. They should be forcing you into payroll so you're not screwed if something happens, especially the service that I was in, tree service. Super high risk, super high reward. But, I mean, people get killed doing that stuff all the time. It's got to be top 5 most dangerous jobs in the country, cutting down trees for people. It's insanely dangerous. So I just want to let you guys know today that this is one of my struggles. I'm not perfect. I tried my best to run a successful company, and somewhere in the mix there, I just didn't get the information that I needed, and it's kind of screwing me today. So with that being said, what my plan is I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about small business, and then I'm going to have to figure out something to do with my channel. I have 7,000 subscribers that I don't want to throw away. I love each and every one of you, even the trolls. I know you hate me, but that's okay. You're here, you're watching my stuff. So I'm going to get my hip replaced this summer. I'm going to get the carpal tunnel surgery done this summer. I'm set up for cortisone injections in my neck. So hopefully that will help with that. And then I can get back out into the real world and decide what I want to be when I grow up. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. If you want to be able to draw disability, more importantly, if you want to be able to retire, Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. You could be a small business owner and think that you got it set. But if you're not on payroll and you go out tomorrow and you get in a car accident or you get in some sort of accident, you get shot in the face by Antifa, I don't know. Anything can happen. And if you're not set up on the governmental side of things and you're not paying into this stuff from your paycheck, then you're going to run into issues. And I don't want to see anybody run into the issues that I'm in. Thank God my wife is a nurse and that she makes enough money to hold down the household right now. But this has been one hell of a ride, and I'm going to continue to bring you guys updates on what I'm going through. I hope you appreciate what I had to tell you today. Hopefully you can learn something from it. And just remember, I freaking love you guys, and I'll see you next time.